Hey guys, JMD here, and welcome to a bit of a different video from me on my channel, and we're actually going to be talking about Battlefield 1 versus Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, I want you guys to know that this is all obviously just speculation based. You've only had like a trailer each from each of the games, and it's just my opinion. So obviously if you've got any different opinions, then just let me know, but for me this is pretty obvious which one has got the early advantage. But we're going to break it down into different categories, bit of a longer video from me, and just really talk about stuff. And it's completely unscripted, this, and I'm just going to keep talking about all that I think of both trailers and what each game's going to be like. So firstly, we're going to go to graphics. Now, graphics is a big part of any first-person shooter, because if it doesn't look the part, then it's obviously just going to be shit. So, because you have to believe that you're there, you know? That's what all these simulation, like, war games are about. So, obviously, this is just from 2 trailers, but Call of Duty kind of looks the same as it did in Black Ops 3 and previous futuristic games. It looks like, I mean, they are improving it, but only in small places here and there. It just looks pretty much the same, like we've come to expect from Call of Duty, to be honest. Since came to next gen, it's kind of been the same game, the same engine, just on different maps, to be honest. But from Battlefield 1, we just saw some amazing footage from like close-ups of people, of the blimps, of the planes, and of the combat, and it was just so good. And I thought, like, if I was playing this game, I'd believe I was there. And it's obviously easier to do that for Battlefield 1 because it's based on a real life like event. But Call of Duty, obviously, they can push the boat out a little bit if they wanna with the graphics in the game, because obviously they can make it how they want. They can make it look like how they want to make it look. But previously, they've just kind of kept it the same. So I say Battlefield has got the edge on the graphics, but obviously graphics is kind of a difficult thing to talk about, being we've only had 2 teaser trailers. But yeah, for me, Battlefield 1 has got the better graphics as it stands. Obviously, things could change as more trailers are released. And now, obviously, we're going to be talking about changes that have been announced to the games so far, and one of the biggest change that Battlefield have announced is their new melee system. So, obviously, World War 1, it's very hand-to-hand combat, because it was, of course, way back early in the 20th century. So, there was just intense, like, mudcake stealth, like, trench combat, just all that sort of stuff, and obviously, soldiers were expected just to fight hand-to-hand combat with each other, bayonets, shovels, stuff like that, and that is exactly what Battlefield 1 have announced they're going to put into the game. And some examples, and this is a quote: shovels, sabres, bayonets, and trench clubs, all of which will be added to the aspect of fighting for your life in this bleak environment of World War 1. So that is actually a quote from the game producers DICE themselves, and it's just going to be really interesting to see what they do with the melee system, whether they'll focus on guns or whether they'll like make a balance of the two. Like, to be honest, for me, I'd love to see like a more highly orientated melee game, because just going through trenches and just smacking people, it would just be sick. But in terms of Call of Duty, on the same wavelength of melee weapons, we saw in Black Ops 3 some like new like swords and stuff, but it did exactly the same as the combat knife did. It just looked different. Literally, that was the only change that Black Ops 3 made. So we're definitely going to have to be seeing some more out of them, or maybe they'll go in the complete opposite direction, where they'll completely remove melee weapons and go more long range. So for all like trick shotters and people like that, it could be going into more sniper-based games. And I saw a video from a YouTuber I watched talking about this, and I do hope that it will go a bit towards sniper, because Black Ops 3 was very difficult to snipe in. It was better, but it was still difficult. So we'll just have to see which direction Call of Duty go in, but for Battlefield, they've definitely gone more towards the melee side of things with that quote I just read out a minute ago. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is whether the fans are going to prefer reality, the World War 1 setting in Battlefield, or the kind of fantasy Call of Duty, like futuristic style they've been going with lately. And because obviously we've had a long time with these teaser trailers out, likes, dislikes on YouTube, comments, it's a resounding reality. And to be honest, Battlefield have kind of ripped off Call of Duty, because all the die-hard Call of Duty fans, most of them, most first-person shooter fans are Call of Duty fans, to be honest. And they've been crying out for another World at War, because in my opinion that was the best Call of Duty game that we've had. Like, the first futuristic game, fair enough, but now we're getting into, like, what, the third one maybe? It's just getting a bit too much. They've been crying out to go back to World War II, or possibly even World War One, like Battlefield have, and they just have not listened. But now Battlefield and DICE have been like, yeah, we'll do that, and they've gone for the more realistic setting. And the fans, many of the COD fans who have been crying out for years about going back to the early 20th century or mid 20th century, have now just become Battlefield fans, because that's what they want. They want the reality. They want that, like, emotional connection you can gain with the characters and the scenarios that they're in, because you actually know it happened. You actually, like, know that these things did happen to people, and you can, like, connect with the characters a bit more. Whereas for Call of Duty, going far, far into the future with all these new weapons and stuff, yes, it'll be a spectacle, but again, like these other futuristic games they've made, after like a month or 2 months, people want more. Like, the Call of Duty fans, like myself, we just want more, like, in supply drops and things like that, because once the whole, like, shock of Call of Duty's futuristic take and all their new weapons and grenades and things have blown over, what else can they do with it, you know? Like, jetpacks, seeing through walls, that sort of stuff. It's just getting a bit old, because it's just all the same stuff, just with different skins, to be honest with you. But Battlefield can consistently add more things into a World War One setting, because the whole time period is steeped with, like, fact. And fans of the Call of Duty games that have been crying out for this kind of historical setting know these, like, facts, and know that they can emotionally connect. Like, that one mission that cries out to me on World at War was that, like, Black Cat's mission, and that's something Battlefield can add in. Like, maybe if they focus purely initially on ground combat and trench combat, then they can just add in a whole new section for aerial combat, like World at War did in their original campaign. But what can Call of Duty add in? You know, just new weapons that just do the same as old weapons in previous games, or just remodel old weapons like they have done in Black Ops 3. Like, it seems like Call of Duty are running out of ideas, whereas Battlefield can, like, add whatever they want, because there's so much history there already to be caught up on for Battlefield. So that pretty much does it for my early run through of both of the games. So as I said, it's all my opinion, and obviously things can greatly change. Like, don't be surprised if you see me in, like, 2 months or so going, oh, Call of Duty's going to be the best game ever, because we just do not know what's going to happen, and what DICE are going to change to their game or add to it, we just don't know. But from these early two teaser trailers, the speculation definitely points towards Battlefield 1 taking the majority of the fan base of first-person shooters in 2016. So if of course you have any, like, differing opinions, or you think I've missed anything out from Call of Duty or Battlefield, just let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll obviously leave your opinion. And leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more of these updates. I'll be definitely doing more as we find out more information on the two games, and I'll probably change my mind quite a few times, because as a die-hard Call of Duty fan, it's kind of hard for me to say yes to Battlefield. But at the moment, I'm definitely looking forward to Battlefield 1 a lot more. But I'll see you later anyway, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And as I said, if you did, leave a like for me down below. Thanks very much, guys.